the heater.
Okay. Just leave it like it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Just give it like 3 seconds each time of cranking. 1, 2, 3, and then we'll try again.
Ready?
Hey everybody, Jan Eggenfowler and
Scott Croxton.
That was a lot of work. So, yeah, I went up here to Virginia and met with Scott. He has a different type of aviation background than me. Well, we both kind of started at the same time. We're the same age, and he ended up with military and airlines, and I ended up doing little planes my whole career. But now you're back to little planes.
Yeah, I'm full circle.
Full circle, yeah. Well, tell us maybe a little bit about your project, if you don't mind, and your history and how you ended up here, and what's going to happen in the next couple of months.
Yeah, just retired Air Force pilot, and currently flying for United Airlines 777s, and always did a little bit of light airplane flying along the way, but not a lot. So and I love building things. Built several cars, and fairly mechanically inclined, but just waited till the right season of life to have the time to build an airplane, and I've always wanted to own an airplane, but the cost of ownership of a certified airplane was kind of a turn-off. So a combination of all those factors was interested in doing a home build, and then between the type of the plane and one in all metal, that led me to the Zenith CH-750 STOL. And then once I started researching motors, I really liked the concept of the car engine, and we're riding right now in a hand-me-down Honda Civic that when my daughter finished driving it, I made it my airport car, and they're pretty bulletproof, so I was already sold on the reliability of a Honda. And
now you actually didn't initially think about the car engines. Were you swayed by anyone, or like maybe going to trade shows and stuff? I heard some rumors about some of our longtime builders had a little talk with you about maybe suggesting our engine.
I think more accurately, I mean, they promoted your engine for sure. They were big fans. They had their individual positive experiences with it. But no, I sought them out once I was kind of interested in your motor. Just I'm not sure where I first discovered it or first noticed it, but because it's in a lot of Zeniths, you can't help but hear about it. And then talking to a few of them that had other avionics. They had the similar airplane, similar avionics ideas that I was thinking of, and engine. I reached out to a couple of them. Bill Fay was the first one, and just see how all those combination of components were working.
Okay.
And then
so just doing research and connecting with people.
Yeah, just connecting and doing research, and then I think Dave Talima after that, and then you guys as well. And I talked to you on the phone several times, you and Alyssa, and then subsequently saw you again at this 2022 Oshkosh.
And then we got together at your house basically
Yep.
3 days ago, and how'd that all go?
They were long days, 14, 15-hour days. We did save enough time each day for a beer or a glass of wine, but that other than that, it was all we'd just been sleeping and working.
Well, this like
And
shipped the
eating.
engine right on a pallet.
She did, yep. She shipped the engine. Picked that up a couple days before you arrived. Made a work almost got in the way. Did a quick trip to London and back, and then you showed up the next day. So.
Good. And then, and we pretty much had like a system. We did the engine mount. We hung the engine.
Yep.
Did the cooling system. We did some wiring. We were reading about the EIS engine monitor. Got the sensors put in for that. What do you think of the actual process of installing the engine?
I think it's great. I had watched a handful of videos. I've only watched probably 10% of the amount of videos that you have available. Just because my choice is I can either work on the airplane and continue to progress in the project, or I can watch videos, and it's hard to do both just from a time standpoint. But the few I did watch were of installations done in the field, at similar conditions at people's homes, and I really was turned on by that option.
And then we had like a finale this morning.
Yep, we started it up this morning, and everything went great. Runs just as smooth as I expected, and sounds great, and
And then
as
there's
advertised.
good. Then we have February 4th. There's a gathering, and you've been
Yep.
maybe expressing an interest to visit.
Planning on coming to the workshop. Always like an opportunity to come to Florida and January, February. Escape what short winter we have here in Virginia. But so looking forward to that, and just to increase my knowledge of operating the engine and maintaining the engine, and then let all that we've talked about the last couple days sink in for a few weeks, and then I'll formulate a lot more intelligent questions for you by then. So.
And what's your projected, from here on, basically finish it at the garage, go into a hangar, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, as far as a completion date is as soon as possible. I work on it as fast as I can and as often as I can. Today is 11 months since I opened the box, so I think I'm doing pretty good. Pretty much all the major components are assembled, because the wings are done, the stabilizer and elevator are done, the slats are done, the flaperons are done. It's just a matter of putting them all on, doing the finishing and the rigging, and I plan to fully assemble it and even get my inspection in my garage at home, and then I'll obviously have to take the wings off to get it out of the garage. I'll transport it to local FBO and do my flight test there. This is the plan I've come up with so far, but I've never done this, so I'm open to suggestions on the logistics of that plan. But at the end of I'll start the flight test there, but I've been simultaneously working on building a hangar, and that's all complete. Got to put in a grass strip on some farmland that is nearby my house, and so if that's done in the spring, then which is about the time I anticipate, best case, doing a flight test, then I'll probably start the flight test at the FBO and probably finish it up at my hangar and grass strip.
Okay.
And then the airplane will live there the rest of its life.
And I know, well, I don't know this, but I sense that, humble as you are and all that, but bragging about like what you used to do and all that isn't who you are now and all that. But I think people would enjoy to hear what you're used to do.
Okay.
Okay. So, because I find it very impressive, and I know it's many years ago and all that, but a little bit about what military planes you flew and what airliners you've flown, and if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. I started off right out of high school as an aircraft mechanic in the United States Air Force and in the Air National Guard, and was fortunate enough to fly the F-16 for almost 20 years, and then got to fly the F-22 for about 5 years, and then got to go back to the F-16 towards the end of my career for a couple more years, and so about 24 years total of flying fighter aircraft, which was a complete blessing. Absolutely phenomenal experience, and simultaneous, the latter part of that, I also started working for United Airlines. So I did both jobs for 15 years or so, and that was completely amazing. And so now I just retired from the Air Force in 2020 from the Florida Air National Guard, and now I'm just flying United Airlines. I've flown airlines. I started out as a flight engineer on the 727, and then flew the 737 briefly. 9/11 happened pretty soon after that, and took a fairly long leave of absence from the airline and went back in the military full time. And then once I came back to the airlines towards the end of my military career, went to the 777, and which that's just another complete blessing. Just really a joy to fly. Different kind of flying, but amazing aircraft. And then during the pandemic, most recent, I flew that for about 5 years. Then during the pandemic, the heart of the pandemic, for about 2 years, just because international flying really scaled back. Went back to the 737, the more modern variants of the 737, the 700s, 800s, 900s, and the MAX. And then in the last year, I've gone back to the 777, gone back to my happy place. So
well, I really appreciate you sharing with us, and it was a great time that we spent here, and I had a good time. Thanks for your wife making us meals and lunches, and and you have a wonderful place. I got a couple of pictures, so thanks again, and we'll see you in the air.
All right.